Discipline without direction is like sharpening your blades before battle, but then there's no battle. Your blade wants to taste blood. Without cutting flesh, the act of sharpening it will sharpen it into nothing. It will just wither away and get blown into dust. That is exactly what it's like having the goal of self-improvement, but you don't know what you're improving for. And I feel you, bro. I won't lie to you. That has been my life for the past few months. I've lost a certain edge about me because the vision has become a lot more vague. I started off the year with a lot more clarity about my goals. But something happened that just snuffed out the fire just a little bit, because it's impossible to snuff out the flame entirely unless you just give up. But there's been a certain lack of pizzazz about me lately. And I'll be honest with you, there's been a sort of mad scrambling, flailing around, trying to recapture what I lost. And you might be going through the same thing. You might be feeling this desire to be someone, to do something. And so you start off by mastering your habits and your mindset, which is an amazing place to start. If you haven't got any definitive goals and you don't know what to do with your life, I always think the best thing to do is just to set the goal of solving problems in your life and becoming more disciplined, because when you become more disciplined, any goal that you set later will come a lot, not more easily, but it's a lot more likely that you'll achieve it. But stay in this stage for too long and you kind of start to drift. You start wondering, what the hell am I doing this for? Because yes, waking up before the crack of dawn, long before the world rises, is amazing. Journaling, meditation, reading, removing yourself from the noise of mindless entertainment. Stop being around toxic people, quitting your vices of drinks, drugs, junk food, all the rest. All of that stuff is fantastic, but without violent clarity about your North Star goals, all of that stuff just feels empty and hollow. I'll give you an example. Lately, even though I've been rising at 4 a.m, there's been so much more resistance. There's been so much more questioning, debating whether or not I should just sack it off and go back to bed, because I've lost the why. There's obviously a voice in my head saying, what is the point of being so disciplined and waking up early if you're not going to do anything with it, and for the rest of the day you're just going to meander aimlessly? There's no point at all. But that doesn't mean that you should stop. Keep doing it, but right now, all of this habit maxing, self-improvement stuff is just trying to patch over a crack. The highest leverage thing that you can do is to gain violent clarity about your North Star goal. Now, you might have a pretty clear picture about what your goal is in terms of how you want your life to look, what kind of work you want to be doing, and how your days will be spent. But that is not to say that having a clear picture of this in your head is violent clarity. Violent clarity is knowing exactly how you're going to get there. But not exactly, because you can never really know the full picture, but just knowing what your next step is. Having a clear game plan about how you can wake up with a mental objective about what tasks to tick off. Now, when I say tick off, I don't just mean go through the motions, la-di-da, try to grind through it, because that's exactly how this stage feels right now, honestly, and that's probably why the results aren't coming. Because whenever something feels like you have to muster up discipline to do it, it just sucks the soul out of you. Because yes, obviously, the way of discipline is a very important skill to learn. You have to use it during certain stages, but without that vision, without aligned intention behind it, you're eventually just going to grind yourself all the way down into nothing, and you'll forget why you did this. So, here is a call to action. It's time to go to war, brother. I don't care how vague your vision is. Chop it down. Just set an objective as low as possible while still exciting you. For me, I've set the objective of getting shredded, which I'll be documenting, obviously, as you can see by my previous video, but it's not enough to just get shredded for me personally. It might be enough for you. You might get away with setting yourself a mental and physical challenge that takes everything you've got, because after you complete it, you'll have something to talk about. But for me, just the act of getting shredded alone doesn't feel like enough, because I'll be honest with you right now, it's not going to change my life. It's not gonna move any leverage towards my North Star goal, because I don't want to build a business based off my physique alone. I don't want to have an image of me online based only on my body. I want to be known for something so much deeper and more profound, but this might be you as well. So I want you to just peel it back a layer. Just breathe. It's okay. You can take it one step at a time. You can start off with whatever vain and surface level pursuit you can think of, because in the process you'll realize that it actually takes something a lot deeper than just pouting your lips and freaking flexing for the boys on TikTok. The best thing to do, honestly, and the thing that I'm going to start ASAP is get a mentor, bro. Just seriously, stop putting yourself through so much pain and suffering when there is someone out there who knows how to get to where you want to get. Whether it be physique, mindset, business, relationships, it doesn't matter. Figuring out for yourself, yes, it can be fun at times, but you're also so much more likely to give up. That's honestly the wouldn't say the common theme, but a big reason why I don't have this violent clarity about where I'm heading towards is because I haven't been in a mentorship program since February, March time. And I felt the repercussions because there's been so much confusion and frantic chasing of various other goals since then. So it's time to realign. Take a breather. Realize you're in this for life. There is no shortcuts. There is no quick fixes. There is only long-term mastery. And honestly, as I'm saying this, there's this feeling of weight being lifted off my chest. Because there truly is no rush. There is a rush for you to move with speed and execute with intensity, but when you accept that the results may take a while, it'll all be okay in the end. Only if you do what's right, obviously, but yeah, one step at a time, bro. One day at a time. One aligned action at a time. Don't chase. Work on yourself until you attract.